Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a skill that is seriously one of the most valuable things you can ever master: your time. We're going to break down 7 super powerful techniques that will help you totally conquer your schedule and hit peak productivity. Let's get right into it.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You look at your to-do list and it just keeps growing and growing, no matter how much you cross off. It's that constant nagging feeling that you're always just a little bit behind, always trying to catch up.
But here's the secret: the answer isn't about wishing for a 25-hour day. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. The real key is having the right strategy, a toolkit of proven methods that puts you back in the driver's seat. So, first things first. Before you even think about starting a task, you need a system to figure out what's actually important versus what's just, well, noise. This is where the real magic happens. This is how you start winning the day before it even begins. First up in our toolkit is a classic, and for good reason: the Eisenhower Matrix. It's this brilliantly simple grid that helps you sort everything on your plate, not just by when it's due, but by how much it actually matters for your big picture goals. Okay, so look at this. The matrix gives you 4 clear actions. Quadrant 1, do, is for the fires you have to put out right now, the urgent and important stuff. But the real gold is in quadrant 2, schedule. This is your long-term planning, your skill building. It's where real progress is made. Then you have quadrant 3, delegate, for things that scream for your attention but don't really need your specific skills. And finally, my favorite, quadrant 4, eliminate. All those time wasters, gone. So, think about it right now. What's that one big, important, strategic thing you've been putting off because it's not on fire? Maybe it's planning that project or learning that new software. That belongs in quadrant 2. The whole goal is to live more in that quadrant, to prevent future fires from ever starting. Next up, we have what's known as the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle. And honestly, this idea is a total game changer. It basically says that a huge chunk of your results, we're talking 80%, comes from a tiny little fraction of your efforts, just 20%. Let that sink in. Your job isn't to do 100 things. It's to find that vital 20%. What are the few tasks that deliver massive results? What are the things that truly move the needle? That's where you need to focus your best energy. It's about impact, not just being busy. And for a super simple everyday approach, there's the ABC method. Your A tasks, those are your absolute non-negotiables. A great way to find these is by using that 80-20 rule. They are your 20%. B tasks are kind of important, and C tasks are the nice-to-haves. The rule is simple but powerful. Never ever work on a B task if you still have an A task sitting there. Okay, so prioritizing is half the battle, right? You've got your list sorted, but how do you actually execute that plan without getting pulled in a million different directions? Let's talk about mastering the doing. 2 amazing ways to control your calendar are time blocking and time boxing. Think of it like this. Time blocking is creating a budget for your time. You map out your whole day. From 9 to 11, I'm writing. From 11 to 11:30, I'm doing email. Time boxing is more like setting a stopwatch for one specific thing. You say, I'm going to knock out this report in the next 60 minutes, and you go all in. Now, this next one is a personal favorite. It's the 2-minute rule, and it is beautifully simple. Here it is. If a task pops up and you know you can get it done in less than 2 minutes, just do it right then. Don't write it down. Don't put it off. Answering that quick text, putting that dish in the dishwasher, sending that one-line email, just get it out of the way. It's incredible how much mental clutter this clears up and how it prevents those tiny tasks from becoming a giant annoying pile later on. But what about the opposite? What about those monster tasks? You know, the ones, the project that's so huge, so intimidating, that you don't even know where to begin. It just sits there on your list, staring at you, making you want to procrastinate. That's where chunking comes in to save the day. You take that massive, scary task and you break it down into tiny, bite-sized pieces. Write research paper becomes create an outline. Then it becomes research the first section. See? Each little step feels totally doable, and that creates momentum. Before you know it, you're making real progress. So we've just covered this awesome set of tools. But here's the most important part. You don't have to use every single one all the time. The real power comes from mixing and matching them to build a system that's perfect for you. So let's do a quick recap of our new productivity toolkit. We've got the Eisenhower matrix to sort by importance, the 80-20 rule to find your high-impact work, the ABC method for your daily to-dos, time blocking and boxing to own your calendar, the 2-minute rule for quick wins, and chunking to tackle those giant projects. That's a lot of firepower.
And this all boils down to one critical idea. The best system in the world isn't one you read about. It's the one you actually use, the one you build for yourself. So play around with these. Try using the Eisenhower matrix to set up your time blocks. Use the 80-20 rule to figure out your A tasks. Find a rhythm that clicks for you. I'll leave you with this one question to chew on. If you apply even just 1 or 2 of these strategies, you can easily get back an hour or more every single day. So, what would you do with that time? What amazing thing could you finally accomplish? The power is right there for you to take.